As a child, my father would take me fishing. It was there that I learned a lot about life and death. You have to understand that I was as young as 7, 8, or 9. And fishing has to do with hurting things. Perhaps things dying. Fishing the Delaware at twilight. A thin green snake makes his way across the bottom of the river. His body is the color of jade, a hungry shadow grazing the fertile basin. Sunlight simmers in corners where crayfish and freshwater shrimp ply the bottom for the matter of old mud. He glides close to the weed's edge, disguised by reflections, root hairs turning leaves of oak and maple, a gust of wind. He waits patiently, picks his taste of whim, slips back into the darkness, leaving the silt to fall as if undisturbed. 2. My father and I walked to the dock, untie the boat and rowed towards the pickerel weed, casting hand-tied lures into black openings between the reeds. We work our way along the shore in silence. Only the hollow sound of the oars against the sides of the boat, the loose tongue of the lake rumbling the passing shore. In the water, I see the paths of snails, the shadow of my father's hands removing the hooks from the mouths of fish. For each one placed on the stringer, I recite a prayer, and for the little ones injured, I move their bodies back and forth in the clear water. How they race from my palms once I teach them how to breathe again. 3. It is evening. Street lights bleed into the seams of houses. Sounds of the road are those of the dead. A low hiss, oak leaves tapping the roof of the car, murmurs from the dark corners of solemn streets. I am driving with a stray dog that is hungry, ancient collar still attached, picked him up in Flatbush. He smells of the homeless, rusty, palmed beggars, empty buildings. I am not sure of the road. The dog lifts his paws onto my shoulder, seems to know the way, barks at something beyond the silver edge of trees. He is excited, impatient, licks the sides of my face, and whines. I think of my mother, the house on Hilltop Avenue, and the goat man who walked up the hill to graze in the field across the street from my house. With my small hands, I pull clumps of weeds to feed the babies carried in his arms. Four. Suddenly, streets lose their light. The car engine fails. We spin beyond the pavestone and roll backwards into the river. My body floats back and forth in the currents. A small fish brushes my sides of the face, has come to teach me how to breathe. The tongue of the dog swims away, leaving the river as if undisturbed.